After Oprah and Netflix, I wondered what more there could be to come. But in Spare, Harry delivered more and more blows, particularly towards his brother, Prince William.
He didn't just close the door on his brother. He slammed it shut, locked it, and threw away the key. Prince Harry's memoir, Spare, wasn't a confession, it was a declaration of war. Shockwaves tore through royal walls, jaws dropped across palaces, and for the first time, even the most loyal courtiers whispered, "This might be the point of no return." But first, subscribe and turn on notifications, because the moment that sealed Harry's fate, the moment even insiders say William emotionally checked out forever, is coming up later in this video. You don't want to miss it. It started with one story, one explosive scene that left the monarchy gasping. Harry accused William of physically attacking him in Nottingham Cottage. The future king, grabbing his brother by the collar, sending him crashing into a dog bowl. Inside the palace, sources describe absolute disbelief. Courtiers couldn't believe Harry had gone there, airing private fights, family tensions, and behind-closed-door rage. But this wasn't just sibling rivalry. This was betrayal in print. And the question now, could any royal relationship survive that level of exposure? The confrontation wasn't random. William had reportedly gone to see Harry about Meghan, about the staff tensions that had turned palace corridors icy.
The biggest story in Spare, I still think, was the fact that his brother had physically attacked him.
But what began as a warning ended in chaos. For years, insiders say William feared leaks, gossip, and scandal. Now, his own brother had published the family's dirtiest moments for the world to consume. And when you're next in line to the throne, image isn't vanity, it's survival. So when Harry took that private pain public, was it courage or the final act of rebellion against the royal system? Then came the unforgivable, Harry revealing private conversations, including one after Prince Philip's funeral. That was a sacred moment of grief, and for many royals, a red line you simply don't cross. To the public, it was riveting. But to William, it was treachery. He'd spent his life guarding family secrets from the press, only to watch his brother publish them in hardback. And what made it worse? William couldn't reply. Royals are trained to never complain, never explain. But what happens when silence looks like guilt? Harry didn't just take aim at William. He went after Catherine. In Spare, Kate was painted as cold, formal, a little too stiff. For William, fiercely protective of his wife, that was the breaking point. You can criticize the crown, insiders say, but not the future queen. Every word about Kate felt like salt in an open wound, especially when Harry once called her the sister he never had.
I remember watching that moment when the princess sort of ushered William and Harry together as they walked up the hill and back up to the castle, and sort of seeing her play that role of peacemaker when, they really weren't talking. I mean, I think the problem has been that it's not just, Kate's been thrown under the bus by Harry. He's said hurtful things about her.
How did admiration curdle into accusation? And if that was William's red line, did Harry cross it knowing full well what it would cost him? In one of the book's most cutting passages, Harry implied that royal marriages, before his own, were built on duty, not love. A subtle jab, but devastating. Because in that single claim, he questioned the authenticity of every royal union before his, including William and Kate's. Insiders say William was furious, not just at the insult, but at the suggestion his family's sacrifices were hollow. For a man raised to embody the monarchy's stability, that was more than criticism. It was a public wound. Could that be the moment William decided reconciliation was no longer possible? Since Spare dropped, the palace has been silent. William hasn't responded, hasn't lashed out, hasn't defended himself. Because he can't. Every word he says becomes a headline, every silence a judgment. Meanwhile, Harry keeps speaking, Netflix, interviews, books. Insiders whisper that within royal walls, it's seen as a one-way war. Harry fires. William absorbs. But how long can one brother stay silent while the other rewrites their shared history? It's easy to forget that once, it was the three of them, Charles, William, and Harry, united by loss, bonded by Diana's memory. Together they launched causes, laughed, built things that mattered.
Now,
That unity is gone. The king faces illness, his sons don't speak, and trust, once fragile, is shattered. Those close to the palace say Charles aches for reconciliation, but even he knows some wounds can't be patched with protocol. Was this all inevitable? Or could one choice, one chapter, have changed everything? Harry titled his memoir Spare, a word soaked in resentment, because that's what he felt like, the backup prince, the second son, the eternal understudy. And that label explains everything. The rivalry, the envy, the outbursts. In his mind, he wasn't betraying his brother. He was reclaiming his identity. But here's the cruel twist. In breaking free from the institution, he may have broken the bond that once defined him. Isn't that the saddest irony of all? Palace sources say William's fury reached its peak not over his own portrayal, but over what Harry said about Kate. That was it. The red line. Criticize the heir, and maybe he forgives you. Criticize his wife, and the bridge is burned forever. In royal circles, that's the whisper, that William's silence isn't just duty, it's finality. Because once Harry turned his pen on Catherine, insiders say, there was no coming back. And yet, there's one final revelation about that scene, the one detail the palace never wanted out, coming up next. When Harry described that physical fight, he didn't just recount violence. He described humiliation. Falling to the floor, broken dog bowl beneath him, William standing over him, shouting. For years, Harry had played the role of the cheeky spare. But in that moment, in his own words, he became the casualty of a system that pits blood against blood. Insiders say that story wasn't just painful, it was symbolic. Harry was done being the one who falls. And from that moment, reconciliation wasn't possible. Because how do you shake hands with the brother who, in your mind, became your rival and your mirror? And that, right there, is the moment Harry gave up any chance of reconciliation with William. If you want more royal bombshells, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because the next video exposes what the palace doesn't want you to know about how Kate really reacted to Spare. Click the video on screen now. The truth behind Meghan's last royal meeting might shock you.